Hey, I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Rise or Fall to talk about Beasties Boomers for Thursday, June 9th. If you want to play along at home, you can follow my screen, go to the website. Team Rise or Fall. You get $10 off your first month of premium services if you use promo code Beastie. And that gets you in the door and you're able to move around, especially in the Discord, as folks are chatting, sharing lineup ideas. We have Ronin channels leading up to lock. So we got a lot going on here and I want you to be a part of it. Make sure you use promo code Beastie and I'll see you there. In terms of today's baseball schedule, we have a full complement of games. Looking at my notes here, 11 games all day. That one locks very early today. 12:35 p.m., whereas in the main slate, only 6 games, 6:40 p.m. And that's what I want to talk about. Let's bring in the study hub. Let's work in the stacks tool as well, shall we? Hey, hello, and we are back. Thanks for sticking around and digging through this slate with me and with Team Rise or Fall. You know, the last few days, it's like you have 2 or 3 good days, and then you stack them up with 3 or 4 bad days. That's just the life of playing DFS. That's the life of a sports bettor. But the key is here, consistency, and do not give up. Keep moving along and keep going for it. I think that was John Cena's tagline, never give up. But when we look at today's schedule, as I said, 6 games on the main slate, and I really want to hone in on the Pittsburgh Pirates going to Atlanta to take on the Braves. And when you look at this one starts at 7:20 p.m. Eastern. Over under is at about 8 runs. When you look at the weather, 81 degrees in beautiful downtown Atlanta tonight. 10-mile-an-hour winds coming from left field, pushing, to the second baseman, also to the first baseman. So I don't think the wind is going to be, some wild factor here, but 10 miles an hour, it's something we have to pay attention to. When we look at some of these Braves here, Cunha, Riley, Austin, Dansby Swanson, and Ozuna, that's the cream of the crop. This Atlanta Braves team has been unbelievable, and they continue a homestand today. They're 2 games above 500. They're riding a 6-game win streak following a 3-2 win over the Athletics last time out. Kyle Wright got the start. He gave up 2 runs. That was yesterday. Let's talk about today. I believe Max Fried is pitching today for the Atlanta Braves. When we look at someone like, let's go right to Dansby Swanson, right? I'll give you my stacks in order, but I want to talk about Dansby Swanson briefly. When you look at him, let's scroll over here. As it stands right now, Dansby leads this Atlanta offense with a .279 batting average on the year. And when you look at Matt Olson, here he is right there, an A+ tier value here. Matt Olson leads the team in on-base percentage with .361, while Austin Riley, here we go. Remember Austin Riley? Stud blue chip prospect, started out slow, and this kid is hammering the baseball now. And when you look at, as I was saying, Austin Riley, he leads the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Falcons, same thing, right? In power, kid's got 14 home runs and 31 RBI. So let's start at the top of the order here, shall we? When you look at Ronaldo Cunha, this kid has been insane. And to be fair, Acuna's only played 28 games. Remember, he started the season on the IL, tore up his knee last season, and that is gone. This kid is running like crazy. He's got 10 stolen bases already in only, 28 games. And when we go over here, his ownership percentage is not freaking me out. For 5.8%, nothing crazy. We can look at Acuna on DK here, and we'll click it. Hopefully you're playing along at home. I would love to have you join me and play along. All you got to do is go to the website. You know the deal. Promo code Beastie, and bam, we are in. When you look at Acuna here, only 6.1 ownership percentage so far on DK, but his tier is an A+. You love to see that. His projection is 11.53. I've said it the last few days. I would like to think, especially with Acuna, that's like a floor here. One bomb, and we're at like 18 plus points, at least on FanDuel. When we bring up the stacks tool, let's go through it. The stacks tool portion is DraftKings. You can see the orange here. Over here is FanDuel. I'll bounce back and forth because I know I'm primarily on FanDuel. You probably primarily on DK. So we cover it all here. When we look at Atlanta, the runs projected right here is 5.08. I have a different total in mind. I can give you that at the end of the broadcast with my final score prediction. But look at this. As it stands right now, 6 games on main. So that means there's 12 total teams. Right now, Atlanta it's not jumping off the page, but we can get a little bit of leverage here, seeing that KC's playing at 4.87, Cincinnati 5.18, and really quick, what the heck's going on with Cincinnati? They're not really good, but they're winning. They're throwing up runs, and you love that. That's the true definition of DFS. Who cares who wins the game as long as the players are scoring and And we're getting a lot of runs. Here, excuse me, I'm having a tough time to wrap my head around what the heck what Cincinnati is doing. When we go back to the FanDuel batter matchup, let's go to Dansby. Touched on him briefly, 3-5 on FanDuel, only 5-2 on DraftKings. Dansby Swanson is just, look at this one, his WOBA here. And as I remember, we go to the navigation key WOBA. 320-ish is league average, 400 plus is considered elite. And when you look at Dansby right here, 331. So that's right in between the league average and elite. Make sure you get Dansby in your lineups tonight. Kid's got 9 stolen bases, 6 bombs, 26 RBI, and his slugging percentage is a beautiful, juicy 429. As we go down here, let's talk about Marcel Ozuna in this one. When you look at him, 3-1 on FanDuel, only 4-7 on DraftKings, and here we are, 3.9% ownership, which looks to be a red flag here, and that's all well and good, right? I mean, ownership percentage is, to me, it's an idea of where to go, how to leverage stuff in comparison to what contests I'm in, head-to-heads, GPPs, those small 3 or 5 man slates. So to me, Marcel Ozuna, it projected in the 3 spot tonight, DH, right-handed bat. He makes for a good play against JT Brubaker when we scroll over here, who has had a pretty good start to the season, but again, Pittsburgh's walking into Atlanta. Long gone are the days of that sweep in Los Angeles. And here when you look at Ozuna's projection, around 11.76, again, a floor. He gets an RBI, gets on base once or twice. That one is going to go through the roof. When we slide down, let's look up some DK batter matchups when we talk about Austin Riley, as I alluded to earlier on in this broadcast. When you look at Austin Riley, really quick, Austin Riley, 265 average, 336 on base. His slugging percentage right now is 534. You love to see that. He's hit 15 bombs, as I mentioned earlier as well. This kid's got 9 stolen bases as well. So when you look at this Atlanta Braves lineup, I mean, it is just unbelievably potent. And I firmly believe that they just hammer Pittsburgh tonight. When we go here, let's find Dansby here. 5.7%, nothing crazy. I think that's good in the microcosm of things, in a vacuum, however you want to put it. And when we look at Dansby here, as I said, 331 WOBA, right in between average and elite. I would lean towards elite. I don't think Swanson's ever been called average, but here we are. As we go down, I gave you Acuna, Dansby, Ozuna, and Riley, just in case, God forbid, one of these players is inactive or they give Ozuna the night off. I don't know. Let's talk about Matt Olson, and we'll do that on FanDuel here, just in case, because Matt Olson, first baseman, left-handed bat, their big acquisition after they let Freeman slip. Matt Olson, 3-6 on FanDuel, 5-2 on DraftKings. Matt Olson, one thing I love about him, and I know, walks and batted balls show up in on base and things like that. But when it comes to DFS, I've said it a million times. All you got to do is get on base, and that's a couple points. All you got to do is touch a bag or two, and we're moving on from there. But Matt Olson right now, he's been walked 35 times, and when you look at his ownership percentage right here, 2.5%. And these guys are all A's. I mean, you love to see that. And look at his WOBA, 3.68. As I said a million times, hopefully you don't get sick of it. 320 is average. Anything over 400 is elite. So when you look at Olson, can we call him elite? He was awesome in Oakland. He started off slow here in Atlanta? Yes and no. 23 runs, 29 RBI, 7 bombs. So to me, all about Acuna, Swanson, Ozuna, Riley, and Matt Olson. Let's check in on the stacks tool real quick, and I'll get you the heck out of here. Bring my face in. There are the Atlanta Braves, and as you can see, they're projected, 5.08 runs. Their DK salary it's not in the red. You can see it's a little bit pink, but their projection is great. Their range of outcomes is right where we want to see it. Look at that, green. So 50%. 25%, even 15%. So the range of outcomes is pretty likely tonight. 5%, 32, and we move on. Let's double check the FanDuel stacks tool, and I will get you the heck out of here. Maybe I should put that on a t-shirt. I'll get you the heck out of here. I could say hell, but here we are. When we look at Atlanta on the FanDuel stack, same thing, 508. Their salary is a little bit red, but in comparison to some of the other teams playing tonight, Boston is playing the Los Angeles Angels, who can't buy a win. The Yankees are in Minnesota. Yankees are going to be a popular stack, but again, let's get back on the horse in this one and not get crazy. Let's not, the last few nights, stack Pittsburgh, all these teams that have done nothing, San Francisco. So let's get back on the horse with, I hate to say a sure thing, but I believe that the Atlanta Braves win this one. Bring my face back in. Hey, and here we are once again. I'll get you where you need to be. And personally, I think the Atlanta Braves win this one. I'm looking at like a final 8-1, 8-2 score in this one. So the over-under of 8 is a smash. You can take the Braves minus a run and a half. Shoot, you could even tease that sucker in an alternate line to minus 2.5, 3.5, however you want to do it, and go over their run line, which I believe sits at 7.5 right now. So stack the Atlanta Braves, bet on them, whatever the heck you want to do. The Atlanta Braves money line right now is minus 270. Well worth it. Before I split, make sure you go to the website, Rise or Fall, like, share, subscribe to the video. I appreciate all the comments. We've had some down days, but hey, that's as I said at the beginning of the video, that's what you get when you're always playing DFS, broadcasting and betting here. And again, when you get to the website, tag me, let me know how you're doing, let me know how it's going, and I will see you tomorrow for Friday, June 10th, TGIF. Until I see you then, goodbye and be good.